Woke left is in total meltdown tonight over Elon Musk becoming the world's first trillionaire, and it's the most hilarious spectacle the internet has served up all year. So, almost every blue check pundit is panicking over Elon Musk. The Hulk coming Terriot is losing it, and the leftist tantrum over Elon Musk only gets worse with every furious post. So, Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire, and the rage is already backfiring in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. So, one by one, their insane talking points about Elon Musk are getting absolutely destroyed in real time, and Hollywood is just simply seeing the activist class is going off the rails, and the whole hysterical backlash is just the beginning. So today, Musk's rocket company SpaceX stormed onto the Nasdaq under the ticker SpaceX and raised roughly $75 billion in the largest public offering Wall Street has ever recorded. Their debut rocketed his net worth past the $1 trillion line, the first time in human history any person has crossed it. So the man who got here had built electric cars, reusable rockets, and satellite network that actually, beams the internet into the middle of nowhere. And within minutes of the opening bell, the loudest voices online flooded the social media, and they all had the same bitter talking points, and their reaction reminded everyone exactly why so few voters trust them on the economy. Heck, as you all remember, even Bernie Sanders and New York Mayor Zoran Mamdani vowed to stop Elon Musk from becoming the world's first trillionaire. Well, exactly how did that work out for them? I mean, apparently it just failed and stuff. But the loudest voice in the whole meltdown actually belonged to none other than Elizabeth Warren. Okay, so she fired off a post declaring word for word that the typical American household basically just would have to work more and then 11 million years to make, quote, Musk's level of wealth and stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's where we are right now, basically. Okay, that's where we are. Which she stated that he became the world's first trillionaire, and the typical American household would have to work more than 11 million years to make Elon Musk's level of wealth. We need a wealth tax. That's what she's always been yelling for. And before landing her, big demand for the wealth tax and stuff, she's been her entire message ignored what the man actually built and reached straight for a number stripped of all context, where she's been chasing this same text for a decade and clearly expected applause. So her own audience even handed her one of the most racial posts of her career and stuff, and says, one person says he already pays taxes, which he works hard and pays off. He also made many of his employees millionaires today. Duh. But that doesn't matter. Only illegals matter. Okay. So a lot of people even chimed in and everything, and somebody even asked Grok and everything about how much is Elizabeth Warren worth and how many days would a typical American household have to work to reach her level of wealth. And Grok responded, Elizabeth Warren's net worth is estimated about 8 million and stuff, and it's like, and this also goes into detail about Quiver Quantitative or 7.1 million in 2025, Open Secrets Forbes historical 7 to 12 million range, and they said use the same comparison method as a Musk post. A typical American household would need to work roughly 96 years or about 35,000 days to accumulate that level of wealth. Her wealth is below $50 million threshold in the wealth tax that she proposed. Basically, I wonder if she's willing to pay the wealth tax that she's proposing and stuff, okay? But, I mean, let's be real. Warren's own followers revolted in the replies and buried her post within the hour. One viral response argued that the man pays income taxes on every dollar he actually receives, and he's likely paid more taxes than almost anyone alive. Someone even pointed out even the community notes piled on with screenshots spread, and sitting senator got schooled on basic economics by anonymous accounts with cartoon avatars and the a ratio that severe from her own side shows the message landing nowhere. Okay, so critics turn the wealth tax lecture right back onto the senator with one obvious question: how does a career politician on a low six-figure salary end up a multimillionaire many times over? The very person demanding we seize the builder's fortune has done quite well for herself on a government paycheck and stack of book deals. Okay, so raging at the rich while quietly joining their ranks is the oldest trick in the playbook. I've said this many times. I mean, this is just your uniparty where a lot of Republicans and Democrats are no different and stuff. But I mean, it's nothing new. Okay, it's nothing new. And this hypocrisy is exactly why the lecture keeps falling flat. A crusade against wealth carries no weight coming from inside a very comfortable life. So even up in Maine, Senator Graham Plattner himself even chased the same viral energy with the post insisting that the country should make sure this trillionaire, talk about Musk, is also the last one. So the replies mocked him into next week and stuff. And it's like they're noting that punishing success is a strange pitch from a man currently asking voters for a promotion. Plattner went after the size of the fortune while saying nothing about how it was earned. The builder that he targeted broke no law, scammed no one, and forced nobody to buy anything. His whole life rested on the raw fact that one person now holds more than he thinks anyone should be allowed to have. That's what they want to believe and stuff. And beyond the politicians, the activist press rushed out the same furious headlines within hours, where progressive outlets branded the new milestone and stuff as a new pinnacle and everything of oligarchy and a dark day for democracy, while advocacy groups demanded the government seize a chunk of fortune on the spot. Not one of these takes pause to ask how wealth was created or how many people it employed. The entire genre treated one man's success as a national crisis the rest of the country had to solve. And that reflex that was dressed up as justice to them reads to most viewers as raw resentment with a hashtag. So underneath all that policy jargon, the reaction and stuff to Elon Musk getting richer comes down to plain jealousy. Elon Musk built something enormous, and these people can't stand the sight of a free market rewarding Elon Musk for it. And every dollar Elon Musk earned came from customers freely choosing his cars, his rockets, and his satellite internet. To the professional outrage class, on the other hand, the success of Elon Musk counts as the crime itself, and the bigger success, the louder the screaming. The internet reads the envy aimed at Elon Musk in about 5 seconds, which explains why the ratio hit so hard. So this position sounds absurd at the moment. Anyone says it loud and stuff. And honestly, I mean, it's no surprise that, a guy who's selling rockets poured his heart into selling rockets, pouring his fortune into electric cars nobody believed would sell, and rockets everyone swore would explode. He turned out to be right, and his reward is a mob demanding the government claw it all back. And the next young engineer watching this learns that building something world-changing earns her a senator, branding her a threat to democracy. So the message rewards the complainer and punishes the builder, basically. A worldview that just quietly devours its own future, okay? So the $1 trillion attached to Elon Musk represents the market's bet on rockets, satellites, batteries, and even artificial intelligence that didn't exist a generation ago. SpaceX, the company behind the fortune of Elon Musk, slashed the cost of reaching orbit and put America back on the top space. That same IPO from Elon Musk reportedly turned thousands of ordinary employees into multimillionaires overnight. Starlink, another gesture and stuff, from another venture from Elon Musk, kept the entire countries online during blackouts, while on active battlefields. So the companies behind Elon Musk are real, the engineering is real, and the jobs are real. And this is what the meltdown actually attacks. Okay, so the critics have built something far less impressive by comparison. Between all of them, I mean, let's be real. The same crowd lecturing the country about excess keeps turning modest public salaries into private fortunes, summering, basically in nice homes and signing comfortable book deals without a flicker of guilt. Okay, so basically, wealth seems to count as evil only when it belongs to someone who refuses to share their politics. A friendly celebrity can own a fleet of mansions and just simply stay and say and basically say a beloved hero while building the most valuable rocket company on earth somehow makes you a threat to democracy. So that double standard right there exposes the real goal, in which has always been control rather than consistency. So the strategists are also convinced that they found a winner here, where some on the left openly called this milestone, a political grift, whereas others will just go ahead and what the people on the left sees a shiny symbol to wave at struggling families before the midterms while screaming about inequality. But the plan carries a fatal flaw inside of it. Class war theater itself only works only when this villain actually looks like a villain, and the man who built rockets employs tens of thousands of Americans just actually became a trillionaire basically, and just made a stadium full of his own workers, which plays a poor cartoon oligarch. Okay, so every attack on the achievement instead of their own employees shoves normal hardworking voters further away. All right. And the ratio on Warren's post shows exactly how that swing lands. Now, the angrier they get, let's be real here. Okay, let's be real. The angrier they get, the more free attention they pump into Elon Musk and everything he builds. Every furious quote post about Elon Musk feeds the very fortune they claim to despise. An outrage aimed at Elon Musk works as rocket fuel poured straight into the tank, wrong pun. Every doomsday table hit shoves Elon Musk into the top of the trends and his products into more living rooms. And they appointed themselves the largest unpaid marketing department Elon Musk could ever ask for. So yes, the loudest people in the country right now lost the fight that they started against Elon Musk over a milestone they swore to prevent. And Elon Musk himself became the first trillionaire in history to and it's just making them really furious, and because he's the first trillionaire in human history while barely looking up from his phone. And the critics of Elon Musk managed to destroy only their own credibility, ratioed by their own followers in real time. And anyone can resent Elon Musk or ask why building things and creating jobs became something to apologize for. So the meltdown will fade, the talking points will get recycled, and Elon Musk will keep launching rockets and making more bank at the same time. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace.